Hey everybody, Max here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Headpack Alpha from Action Force. Picked this pack up at Joe Fest along with a Series 2 Sergeant Slaughter figure so that I could build my own version of Carrick, so this was the main reason that I purchased this pack. But I also like the Screaming Trigger head and the Battle Damage Steel Brigade and Swarm head sculpts. We get some new expression for rollout. That's a great figure. We get the non-camoed sniper blowback head. We get the Screaming Condor head with some camo, and then we get an Arctic's gas mask as well as an Arctic. I guess maybe does gold stand for maybe like the commander or officer for the Arctic Steel Brigade. So there's some variety here. So I think this is great that we get something like this, kind of breathe new life into older figures and perhaps build some new ones. So I'm going to get these guys out of the pack and onto some figures, and we'll talk more in detail. So stick around. Okay, so here are most of the heads on some figures that I have. I don't have I didn't have a figure to throw the Arctic on. I mean, I do have an Arctic figure, but I wanted to display him with that guy. And I mean, if you have this, if you have the Urban Commando or got any of the other head packs, I know a lot of people really like the gas mask and everything. So you have an Arctic gas mask, so it's lots of detail. And the filters pop on and off. And then we have this Scarab Battle Damage head sculpt that's in yellow. Don't have a Scarab, so and the Swarm Tracer does not, just the color doesn't match. So, but there's some scratching, there's some bullet holes, some scorch marks, some more scratches, and I like the texture of this particular head. So this is really cool. So it's going to give me a reason to look for a Scarab figure when the next time I go to a convention. So lots of good detail there. Um, so let me just say this. So I'm gonna break out the special Corps Steel Brigade here. So I initially wanted to put this guy onto my Maritime Corps figure, but I think the blue of this helmet matches the blue of the fatigues of this particular figure. So honestly, I think I'm going to leave it here. And I think this is a really cool, really cool. Lots of battle damage. Looks like it's been scratched up and dinged up and maybe gotten hit by some debris, and pretty good paint all the way around. So yeah, I think this guy looks great on the convention exclusive Steel Brigade Special Corps. So yeah, that's an option there. And just for a lark, I decided to throw that vac metal helmet onto the Maritime Corps along with this blue vest that I took off of my shipwreck figure. And I don't know, this kind of brighter blue, kind of a glossier blue with the shiny of the metal. It I don't know, it works. So I'm fairly pleased with swapping this out. So you got some more options there if you have those figures. If I can get this guy to stand. There we go. And let's see, Arctic Brigade, Arctic Steel Brigade. So gold looks really good. And I will say that the white of this particular helmet is brighter than the helmet it came with. The helmet that it comes with, I don't know if you can see it, but it seems a little, I don't know, a little more muted, I guess. Not as bright white. When it's on the figure, you can definitely tell that it's just kind of a muted white. So it doesn't really match. So I think I may leave this guy. Now honestly, I'm not a big fan of Arctic Troopers, and I only bought this for maybe customization, so I may dye this guy green, maybe green and gold. I know I have dyed these helmets before, and I know that the gold won't color, so the blue and everything, or you can maybe put something over it to protect it and maybe spray paint it or something like that, or airbrush. But yeah, I'm thinking about dyeing this either black or green and having kind of like just a green kind of spec ops kind of guy, and just seeing what will happen. But on a whole, if you want to keep it Arctic and gold, white and gold, and the blue of the visor looks really good. So very good helmet. Let's see, let's go to the Swarm Tracer here, and battle damaged. This guy looks like he took a shotgun to the face. Definitely kind of hosed up a bit. So yeah, so that's another figure I'll be on the lookout for, so I can put this helmet on. Like I said, this looks better on this figure than the other one. Yes, the yellow of the eyes doesn't quite match, but it's not as prominent. It's not as obvious as the as it doesn't clash, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, really cool helmet there. Good head sculpt there. Let's see, we'll go with blowback. So he's got some little stubble, and he's squinting so that he can take better aim. So yeah, not too bad. So you got a little more options, good paint, good fading on the back of the hair. So I'll be honest with you, I would have preferred a regular, you know, both eyes open kind of thing. But I guess if you already have a blowback, you already have that. So this is just another variability and variety there. So that's cool. Another option for display and photography if you're into that. Let's see, who's next? Trigger, yeah, this is probably my second most favorite figure to get. And let's see if I can get the light. Yeah, so pretty good paint on the eyes, and beard looks really good. And they match the cap color very well to the original cap color. And so you can now, he doesn't have the shades on, a little more expression, so I definitely like that. So this is my second favorite one after the Carrick figure. And then Carrick, he has Sergeant Slaughter's body, Barbecue's axe, looks good. And well, let me give you a little close up. Since I don't have this guy, the original, but I have close enough now, so that's great. I definitely like the scratches and blood and everything. He's been at it, so probably touch this. This is Barbecue's axe, so I might add a little blood there later on down the road. So close enough. It's not the same sleeveless jacket that Carrick comes with, but it's close enough. I may do a little paint work on this guy down the road. And then roll out, much more serious face, kind of a grimacing face, and the skin tone is matched very well. And I was kind of lucked into this figure on a just kind of a mom and pop toy website, so can't really find this guy many places anymore. So glad I lucked into him about a year ago and grabbed him. So I like the color scheme, like the character is just a really cool figure. So I'm glad to have another expression for him. And the paint's really good, the eyes are really good. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. And the white of the teeth, and the goatee, and his bald head. Yeah. Like I said before, I think I said this before, the heads are a little tight, so you may have to kind of work it to get it's on there a little snug, takes a little effort. You might want to heat them up. So there's rollout, and then lastly, we got Screaming Condor camo face. So that is cool. I actually quite like this particular head sculpt. Came with the Desert Condor, and I actually put the Desert Condor head on my Covert Ops Condor. I like that expression on there. So yeah, and then he's on the blowback sniper. So these guys just kind of swapped out. So yeah, so I'll probably display these guys like that for a little while. All right, guys. So that is the Headpack Alpha. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. YouTube's doing some chicanery, I think. They're kind of undermining, I think, small YouTubers by not registering certain views unless you interact. So if you do like it, please like it. Hit the like button. It definitely helps me with the all-powerful algorithm and everything. So thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate you. Continue to be awesome. I'm going to give this pack a warp factor of 9. Yeah, I think this is a warp factor of 9. All the heads turned out really well, and there's lots of variability, so I think you can get, especially if you have more Arctic troopers or more swarm troopers, I think you'll get a lot of a lot of fun out of this particular head pack. So yeah, warp factor of 9. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you guys next time.